Video is going to show you how you and students can share things on a device, such as an iPhone or an iPad, in Zoom while having a meeting. So as the host, so this is your host screen, there's a share screen option down here. If you want your participants to be able to share their screen, you would want to click the up arrow and click the advanced sharing options. From here, you can set up these things as you desire. So multiple participants can share simultaneously would mean that you and another student or two students could share their screens. Keep in mind, multiple participants, as far as I've seen, there hasn't been a limit. I'm sure there is one, but I haven't seen it. So if you allow this, it could mean that if you have 20 students in a meeting, all 20 could share. Something else to keep in mind is who can share, only the host or all participants. So if you change this to all participants, it means that anybody who is watching your meeting could share their screen. Now this other one shows up, who can start sharing when someone else is sharing. I would say only the host. Otherwise, that would mean other students could share on top of other students, and that's going to get kind of frustrating for you and the students. So this is what I would set up if I had students that were sharing. Once you've set this up, the students, or you, doesn't matter, same steps apply. They should be able to see this share screen button, and they will click on it. When you click on it, it tells you all of the options that you can share. So I can share this desktop, my extended display, a whiteboard if I just want a blank screen to be able to use those annotate tools on, iPhone or iPad via AirPlay, which is what you and your students will want if you don't have devices connected. And then these are just the windows that I currently have open that I could choose. I also have the option, if you are on a Mac, to do iPhone or iPad via cable. Now this option works for all students on Macs or PCs as far as we have seen. So I'm going to talk you through this one. So I'm going to click iPhone or iPad via AirPlay and click Share. Now I keep getting this message, but it works for me every time. So I click OK, and it will tell you the instructions you need. So it says connect to Wi-Fi network, and it tells you which specific one. So you need to make sure the phone or iPad is connected to the same one as your computer. Now if you don't immediately see this, it might say like you need to download a plugin. You should just have to download that one time, and then this screen will pop up. Then it says tap screen mirroring. It says how to find it. Swipe down from the top right corner of the screen. If you have iOS 11 or earlier, swipe up from the bottom. So make sure your students see these steps. You can also share this video if you want, but they will click screen mirroring and then choose the one that says Zoom Brittany's MacBook Pro. As I select that, now you can see my computer is on this screen. So I can share these things on my screen. I can go to my drive and share a presentation. I can go to my Notability app and I can share whatever I need to write on with them. I can open a new note. In Notability on your phone, you don't have nearly as many options to edit, but I can start typing. I can do, if I were to use my iPad, I could start writing on my iPad, or if students have their iPads up, then you should be able to see everything they are seeing on their screen. In order to stop sharing, you would click the stop share or pause share button. And then these annotate tools are how you, as a teacher, if a student is sharing their screen, if they have like this hey, you could circle this and say like you need to put some punctuation here, or you know, this is the steps that you need for these problems that you're sharing. In these annotate tools, this is something I would recommend trying out before you start doing this, but they have like a check mark stamp. You can give a little, like kind of like an emoji. You can spotlight something, or you can like draw an arrow like, hey, make sure right here that you're doing this. You can use an eraser. You can change the color of the lines that you're using. You click undo redo. You can clear the drawings, so you can clear all drawings, clear just the ones you've done, or clear just the ones the students have done, and then you can also save those drawings. Also under more, you can disable attendee annotation. So if I were teaching this and my students are sharing their screens, I would disable the attendee annotation because I want to be the only one to write. However, if I have other students and I'm like, hey, can you highlight the mistake, or can you show me something they did really well, then your attendees would also be able to use these tools. But if you click disable, then it means your attendees can only watch. And then show names of annotators. If I had other participants in this meeting that were drawing lines, I could click show names, and then how it says like Brittany Hawkins right here, I would be able to see who is doing what.